back to my channel. Sam, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. So, in today's video, I'm going to be testing out some new Shein makeup. I went ahead and picked up 3 items that I thought I would possibly use, and I want to try things out and see, are these items actually good? Because the price point is incredibly cheap. So if you're interested in me doing that, please keep watching. Before we get into the video, guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click the bell icon down below right there to be notified when I drop videos 4 times a week, which are Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's get into the video. Okay guys, so these are the 3 items I'm going to be trying out today. This is the Sheglam Breeze eyeshadow palette. This thing is the Sheglam lipstick in the shade Heartbeat. And the last one is the dual-ended fine eyebrow pencil in the shade 03 Dark Brown. I really wanted to pick up these items. I was browsing on Shein because I absolutely love the website and saw that they recently launched some makeup. And I was very intrigued because these prices were insanely cheap. First of all, this gorgeous palette right here is only $6 and these 2 items were only $3 each, which is insane. So that's a total of $12 for 3 items. That is such a good deal. So I wanted to go ahead and test this on camera and see the real tea and know, is this actually good? Because the packaging looks great. It came actually wrapped in this plastic. So let's go ahead and open this up for you guys. But this packaging comes in a cardboard box. It had plastic around it. And wow, this is actually a really thick palette. Let's open it up to see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Let me take off this film. Oh wait, there's plastic on here, but how do I take it off? Okay. This palette is so pretty. Let me go ahead and take off this film. This palette is really gorgeous. It took around 3 weeks to come, so I actually forgot what I ordered. And I actually do not own a palette with these colors. And the main point of me trying this palette in particular was because I wanted to try the colors. Are the colors actually as pigmented? Because some of them seem very pastel. I want to know if the glitters actually popped. And I want to go ahead and try something different, and that definitely doesn't hurt. So this is gorgeous. Next thing is this lipstick that I showed you guys earlier. These are always so hard for me to open. I just have to go ahead and rip them up. Wow, this is actually quite fancy. Oh my goodness. This is actually really pretty packaging. Let's go ahead and open it up. And this is the color Heartbeat, which is like a nice brown shade. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a brownie brick tone, which is really pretty, and it glides on really pigmented. This seems really nice. And then this is the eyebrow pencil. Wow, another really nicely packaged thing for $3. I'm actually very surprised at the way this packaging looks. And something that's $3 look literally this nice. Let's see, here we go. There's a spoolie there. And this is the pencil right here. It has like a nice angle to it, hopefully you guys can see. Fine, but it has a teardrop top. So let's go ahead and try all of these products out. Before I go ahead and apply all of these really pretty and nicely packaged products, I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation, powder, and concealer since I don't have anything that's actually for like my base. And then I'm going to do my eyeshadow, brows, and lipstick and let you guys know my initial thoughts and if you should run and pick these up. But my first impressions are that, wow, for such a cheap price point, these look really good and these look way more expensive than I thought they would. Just based on this packaging, it's actually pretty heavy duty. The detailing on this lipstick also, I'm very pleased and shocked with the effort that they put into this thus far. I have not even touched this palette yet because I really just want to wait till I actually try on the shadow with you guys and do some swatches. Alright guys, I'm back. I apologize if I look a little weird and flat. It's because I just put on only foundation and then I went ahead and put on my concealer. So what I want to go ahead and do is try out this brow product first. So this is the Sheglam Eyebrow Pencil. I'm going to go ahead and start with the spoolie to just smooth out my brows. The real tea, which is this brow pencil, I did get the shade Dark Brown 03. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you all. So off the first swatch, it feels a little bit dry. I will say that it's not very creamy. I feel like I can even hear it, like, you know, when dry things rub against something else that's dry, it makes a noise. So it is a little bit dry off the bat, but this is the dark brown shade actually. I have very light eyebrows that are quite sparse right now, and I razored them horribly, so now they're really thin, and I have to grow them back, so do not judge me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying this brow product. Mirror that's closer to me because that ends up being easier than using this big mirror that I have right here. All right, so let's see how it glides on. Okay, so it's actually going onto my skin and my brows much smoother than I thought it would, just based off the swatch on my hand. It is a little bit dark, and the color, I mean, I did get dark brown, but it is darker than I thought it would be, and the color is a little bit more warm than I would like it to be. I'm more into like a neutral brow shade, but we'll make it work. Okay, so it's easy to blend out so far. I do have to do quite a bit of work because my brows need to kind of be constructed right now, but this color is not the best color for me. I will say that it's a little too warm, and this is a dark brown, but I feel like it's a little warmer than some other dark brown shades that I've used. I'm not sure what other colors they have, but I would be open to maybe trying the shade down from this because it is a little bit warm, but it is going on nicely, and it actually is filling in the sparse areas. My brows looking at, like, granted it does look very strange right now because I have like no brow here and a really harsh brow here. Let me try to lighten up the overall like color of the brow with the spoolie to see if I just do a little bit less. If I brush them a bit out, will it look a little bit better? I think that's a little better. It is a little bit dry, just like looking at it, it does look a little bit powdery, which is like not the biggest deal, but I feel like it will stay in place really well and not actually slip off. I'm gonna go ahead and do this brow and we can go ahead and compare. Okay, so this is what I'm looking like with both of my brows. Now, I don't wanna say this is a complete fail, but the brow itself, I feel like does not look bad in terms of shape because I shaped them. But the color is really what is throwing me off because it is not the right shade for me, and it is very reddish looking. I feel like even in the monitor it looks more red than it does in real life. Or maybe it does look like this, like I don't know. And it looks a bit harsh. So I think the color has to do a huge factor in how much I really like this. I think the brow pencil itself, not bad. It actually went on way easier than I thought it would. Initially when I was rubbing it on my hand, it did feel like dry and like I had to really work it, but that could have been just because it was like the first little layer. Then after that it was relatively smooth, but it's not one of those pencils that are very light. It's just like very harsh, and the color is not helping. I think if the color was right, then I wouldn't have an issue, but because the color is wrong for me, I think that's where the problem is that I'm having. So I don't want to say it's a fail. I'm going to keep giving it a chance. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and use the rest of the items because I think it will come together in the end. So do not laugh, guys. But yeah, it's kind of hard to look at myself and take me seriously with these not so good brows. I'm gonna go into this Chic Glam Breeze palette. I'm actually obsessed, like I mentioned before, with the way this palette looks. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch a couple of the shades. Feels quite smooth as I'm rubbing my hand against it. This is what it looks like as I pick it up. The actual shade itself does have like lighter flecks in it. And I'm going to swatch this on my hand, so let's hope it comes off nicely. Alright, so this is that shade Gold. It's much a lighter swatch than I thought it would, but of course, I feel like the true test is when you put it on your eyes, but it is very smooth. Now I'm going to try the color Fresh, which is the purpley shade. This is what it looks like on my finger. this is what it swatches like. This is really pretty. They're swatching very light, like you can't barely even see it. Let me do another layer. Very glittery though, very pretty, very soft, but they're not swatching very brightly. And then I'm going to do the color Iris, which is like that deeper purple. This is what it looks like on my finger, and this is what the swatch looks like. So this actually shows up the most, which makes sense. It is the darkest shade. All of them actually all are very pretty, but these two are swatching much softer than they actually look like they would have. I thought they would have been like a chunkier glitter. And then this one is more pigmented, but they are very soft. This Morphe Fluffy brush, and I'm going in with the shade Daily Routine, which is this bricky toned matte shade. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my actual crease. Alright, so the shade is actually transferring really nicely on to my actual lid. I'm going to go in with this lighter pinky shade called Fawn, and I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm going to just put this on the edge just to blend it out a little bit more. I don't know how much I'm actually going to see this color. Yeah, I'm putting it on my hand and I see it but not that much. I think this is a great color to blend out harsh edges with, since it's in that pinky peachy family range. I'm going to switch to my BH Cosmetics 103 brush, and I'm actually going to apply the shade Supernova all over the lid. I'm not doing a super complex eye look, something very simple but a little bit more colorful. So I'm going to actually put it on this brush. These are one of the colors I swatched. I didn't swatch that well. So it's picking up the product actually really nicely. Let's see if it actually transfers to my lid. That's the biggest thing, so I'm going to do... Wow, wait, I'm shocked right now because when I swatched it on my hand, from my finger to my hand, it actually didn't pick it up as well as it is right now. But yeah, it actually went on really well. But I will say this, maybe I spoke too soon. Lid, as you can see here, and it actually applies really well. But then you start to blend it out, and I feel like it actually diminishes quite a bit. So like it goes on initially quite nice like that, but then it kind of diminishes and kind of fades away and kind of just gets brushed off when you try to blend it out. Can you guys see that? I hope you can. Alright, so I tried to adjust the camera settings so you guys can see this a little bit better, hopefully. But as I'm applying the Supernova shade, it's actually kind of just rubbing off. So setting spray that I'm actually going to spray liberally on this brush, maybe a little too liberally, and I'm going to dip right back into that same shadow and see if it actually wants to stick. So wow. Alright, so far that's picking up a lot better. But let's see, when I rub it around, does it actually stay? No, it's worse. Look at this, guys. Oh, I wish you could see. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Let me try to focus it. Did not help me at all. It actually made matters worse. The eyeshadow is actually starting to pick up and be removed in certain areas, which is not what I want. So I'm going to go in with a different brush, the initial brush that I was using, this Morphe brush, and I'm going to go ahead dry again and see if I can actually fix that. Guys, this is not working. I don't know, I feel like on the camera you can't really tell, but looking at my eyes right now, it is so splotchy and not even, and I'm actually really sad because I'm the queen of all about affordable makeup. Like, if it's affordable and it works, stick with it. You don't need anything super expensive. But this is not being applied very well. The matte is beautiful. The matte shade blended out like a dream. But the glitters need a little bit better formulation. There is kickback on the palette, not sure if you can see, but they need a little bit better formulation because they don't really, like, you know, actually stick onto the eye. They go where you want it, and then as soon as you blend, they start to move, and I can't even get it to stick to the bottom of my actual lid. Really sad because I had really high hopes for this palette because it's really, really, really pretty, But this color is completely a no-go. This one's okay, but I'm gonna try to fix it as best as possible. I'm gonna go back in with a different BH Cosmetics brush that's dry. I'm gonna use that matte shade Daily Routine and pop that in my crease. So I think I'm actually gonna leave it just like this, and I'm gonna apply some of this matte shade Daily Routine to the bottom of my lash line, because I'm gonna try to save this as much as possible. And of course I'm gonna do my lipstick and contour and bronze, so I think it'll look fairly decent at the end. Now, let me go ahead and apply my eyeliner off camera. I'm going to do my bronzer and blush situation, and then I will be back to do the lipstick and do the final look and see how this actually came together. Alright guys, so I'm back. I tried to pull this look together as best as I could, but I'm not a magician. I cannot pull things out of thin air. I went ahead and applied my eyeliner and my lashes. Even my lashes were playing games with me today. Like, everything's just playing games. I do have to put on my mascara. I did do some blush and bronzer. And I don't know, just nothing is like really going amazingly well. And I'm really sad about it because I had really high hopes for this palette. It is such a pretty palette that it's one of those things where you're like, hey, like it has to work. And the mattes are fine. I don't really have an issue with the mattes. It's the glitter. I did not touch all the glitters, but I'm sure they all would give me the same problem. But yeah, so I'm actually going to take a highlighter brush and try to use this gold shade as a highlighter and see how well that does. Okay, that's actually a pretty highlighter. So maybe this formula is better as a highlighter because this is actually really like a really pretty highlighter. So here's the thing. On your eyes, it doesn't look amazing. Highlighter, this is actually gorgeous, like gorgeous. So maybe I'll use this as a highlighting palette because on my eyes, this is definitely not a look and it's not that cute, but this is, I mean, amazing highlighter. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more of that gold shade into my inner corner also, so I can add some dew back to my face and not have it so matte. And I'm gonna actually highlight my brow bone. It's like, look at this, as a highlighter, this is like really pretty, but it just like is not a good overall eyelid shade because I think it gets so thin that it doesn't pick up or show properly and kind of just moves around, versus when it's a highlighter, it doesn't matter if it moves around because overall you still get that nice glowy effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply some mascara. The mascara is on. Time to try this lipstick. Now this lipstick better not play games with me, and it better actually be really good because it's lipstick, right? So I'm going to use my Morphe lip liner in the shade Makeup Talk. I'm obsessed with the shade. It's like the perfect lip liner color, brownie tone. My lip liner, I overlined a little bit too much, but like at this point, like it's not an amazing makeup day. Doesn't look bad in the monitor overall, but I don't feel that cute and these brows really throw me off. So this is that beautiful brown shade, like a brownie nude. And I'm really like, really hoping that this works out. It's still on my hand, so that's a good sign, right? So let's go ahead and apply it. See how it applies to the lip. Okay. It's applying really nicely, actually, nice and smooth. Alright guys, I like the lipstick. It applied really nice, really smooth, creamy but matte, so I don't actually feel like it's gonna budge. So that's good. The lipsticks are a win. I can tell right away if I like a lipstick, and I like this lipstick. The color is great, the coverage is great, it feels smooth, it feels creamy, but it's not shiny, it's matte. So I don't feel like it's gonna transfer like everywhere, as if I'm talking it's gonna like start smearing, which is great. So that's the pro. Alright, so this is the final look. What do you guys think? I feel like I kind of pulled it together, but it is not my best look and it is not my favorite look. The color of the brows, I don't love. Let me know down below, guys, how you feel about this brow color on me. I feel like it's throwing me off, but with the rest of my makeup, it doesn't look that bad. I feel like I could possibly use this again if I'm like really light-handed and I already have like a good shape to my brows once they grow out. Then I feel like maybe I could use this again. Eyeshadow palette, didn't love it. I feel like for all the eyeshadows actually putting on my eye, I don't feel like much was done. I don't feel like the glitter is as glittery as I would have wanted it to be. The matte shades I will definitely use again. And this gold shade I will definitely use as a highlighter because it is a gorgeous highlighter. And maybe I'll give it another shot. Maybe I'll try the blues and see how well that goes. But for right now, out of a 10, this is like sitting at a 5 for me, and I feel so sad about it because I love Shein, but I have to be honest, and there's better palettes out there, but it is $6. So I guess for $6, can you complain? Right? Can you complain? But you still want something to work that you spent money on, and the mattes do work. And the gold is a great highlighter, so I guess I'm working with that. But overall, you know, it's not a 10 out of 10, it's like a 5 out of 10 for me. The brows, I'd give a 6 out of 10 because I don't mind the actual application. I like the application. I like how it went on. I just dislike the color, but that could be my fault, or it could be them and their coloring. I don't know. But the lipstick, 10 out of 10 all day. It's really beautiful, really comfortable to wear. That was my favorite thing, hands down out of everything. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my, I guess, review on the new Shein Glam cosmetics line. I'm going to link everything down below if you want to go ahead and check them out for yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, like and share this video, and I'll see you guys next time. You have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.